Family, what's good? This is your girl and the Bronze Goddess, and as I promised, they're going to be a fresh, brand new, full of foolishness strawberry letter uploaded every day this week. That's Monday through Friday. So I'm excited about that. I thought that because it's the week of Valentine's Day, we're going to talk a little bit about love, the good, the bad, and sometimes the ugly, okay? The straight up Shabba ranks of love, all right? So anyway, and I'm calling him Shabba ranks because he called himself Mr. Ugly Man. I didn't call that man ugly. That's the name that you call yourself. All right, anyway, enough of the rambling. Let's get to the point and let's go get him. I am in need of some advice. I am a 25-year-old and I have been married for going on 3 years. A couple of weeks ago, my husband's grandmother, which is his heart, got really sick and had to be placed in a nursing home. His mom took it really hard, so he decided to go and stay with her 1 or 2 nights out of the week, which was fine because we lived on the same street. But a couple of nights turned into every night. So me trying to be a supportive wife, I started staying with him. Finally, I got tired, moved back to my own home thinking that he would follow. Wrong assumption. We talked about it and he said that he was going to start coming home more, so I believed him. About a month ago, we went over our minutes and text messages on our plan. When I checked it, I see that he had been having late night conversation and long text conversations with an unknown number. I called the number and got a female's voicemail. I asked him about it, girl, ooh, wait! And he said that it was a friend from work in which he talks to sometimes. I'm gonna get you, I promise. I'm gonna get him, don't worry about it, girl. I told him that I don't like the amount of times that they spend talking to each other and him having a female friend that he talks to at 12 o'clock at night. Ooh. He stated that he would stop talking to her and he apologized. I also stated that I don't feel like I was a priority in his life and I want him to come back home because I never see him and I barely talk to him anymore. He got upset and was trying to say that I was making him choose between me and his family, which I am not. He stated that he would come home if I kept the house clean and paid the bills on time and that we would spend more time together. So anyway, I'm gonna summarize this because it's getting a little bit long. So anyway, she's saying that she's never lived with anyone else, and she's still trying to get used to the idea of living with someone. But she promised to work on keeping the house clean and paying the bills on time. But he says he still needs a break. He still needs time apart. So her pastor told her when she went to church that God would heal her relationship. What she wants to know is, should she call him? Should she text him? Should she just give up? Now, okay, you know what? I have nothing to say about you. And to let your mind at ease, BG ain't gonna get you, honey. But I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him together. Now, this is the thing. When your husband told you he was gonna stay there 1 to 2 nights to go be there supportive for his mother, that was half sweet, half sneaky. Let's keep it real. Half of him was like, yeah, you know, I really want to help my mom. But the other half was, he can appear single. He could be telling that other woman anything. He could be telling him that you guys are separated, and she can actually believe him because you aren't there. How do you know that girl hasn't been by the house? You know, so how do you know any of that? Because from the other woman's standpoint, you got to think about it like this. He doesn't live with his wife. He lives with his mother. I can call him all times of the night. So there's no way that a man can be married if I can have conversation with him all through the night. What wife would allow that? He could be telling her that he's single. He could be telling her that he's separated. You don't know what he's telling her. Now, you said you called and you got a voicemail for the female. Did you talk to her? If you didn't, you might want to give her a call and find out what all is going on. As the wife, you have every right to do that. That's your husband. As the wife, I would call her up and say, I'm sorry, but I seen your number on my phone and I think my husband has been speaking to you, and I would find out what's going on right here because I deserve to know. So to me, my only issue with you is don't just get her voicemail and see that it's a girl and then hang up. You're his wife. You deserve to know. And he better tell you or she better tell you, but somebody better start saying something. So that's my issue with that. But he started living over there because he's somewhat checking out of the marriage. I don't know if, my main thing is the fact that he's checking out. Or he has already checked out. I think he's gotten used to being single, appearing single, feeling single. He's not really in a married state. If you guys never see each other, then you're not intimate, and he's already checking out of the relationship. To be honest and to be blunt, you're losing your husband. And that's not necessarily your fault. Blaming it on keeping the house clean and paying the bills on time, you guys can work that out. That's simple. You can get Molly made if that's a problem. If you don't clean the house well enough for him, then y'all can do it together. Or he can work with you and you can say, well, how clean do you want it? What do you want me to do? When I clean the kitchen, what would you like? You want the counter wiped off? You want the floor swept and mopped? You want the dishes done? You can work with that. You can even hire someone to clean if that's really the problem. When you're talking about paying the bills on time, why don't he take that over if that's really a problem? My husband pays all the bills. He's in charge of the like business stuff, and I'm in charge of the fun. I'm the one that plans the trips and does the stuff like that. The budgeting, saving, that's my area. When you're in a marriage, you work those things out. I like to save money. My husband likes to spend money. But we work that out. He's strong where I'm weak and vice versa. Y'all can work that out. He can help you clean if it means that much to him. But that's all shallow excuses. And to me, that's really, really thin. So to me, that shows me that it ain't really much there. It ain't really much reason. He wants some lame reason to say that he doesn't want to be with you, but those reasons are circumstantial and can be easily remedied. The problem is that your husband is falling out of love with you. He doesn't know how to tell you. He doesn't want to be the bad guy. He's kind of stringing you along. I don't know why. After 3 years, he may not want to give up on his marriage. But if you let this go, then you're going to continue to be unhappy. This is not a marriage. Married people don't live down the street. He lives down the street with his mom. No, the mother taking it hard and all that was his excuse. How you know mom taking it really that hard? Like, that's all his excuse to stay there. He couldn't wait for you to leave. And when you left, he went back to his old antics, talking to somebody late at night. Why can't he talk to you? If he wants somebody to talk to, why don't he come home? He already had that girl on his radar. Staying home with his mama made it easier for him to talk to her late at night. Another thing about the whole late at night conversation is, how do you know that late at night he's not getting in his car and driving over there? Okay, you don't know any of that. If he's not intimate with you, is he intimate with anyone else? Do you know that? You got to think about all of that. There's too much opportunity. So anyway, my thing to you is you should call the other woman and find out what's going on. You can ask him to tell you or tell him that you're going to talk to the other woman yourself. And if need be, even meet her. If that means going up to the job and saying, I'm not trying to be rude, but my husband has been talking back and forth with you and I am his wife. I just want to know what is the nature of your relationship with my husband. You deserve to find out the answer to that. You shouldn't have any doubts. Not when it's that easy to prove. It's not like you can't find her. You don't know. A lot of women sometimes have suspicions, but this is beyond suspicions. You got a number. You can track her down. Track her down and find out what is the nature of your relationship with my husband. And then once you find that out, you can decide where you want to go from there. Is your relationship worth saving? Only the both of you can really determine that. I would definitely pray about the situation. If your pastor says that God's going to heal it, then, I'm not going to tell you that. I tell you to pray about it and let God reveal to you what you would do and let God give you a sign. But talking to that woman, I don't think that you're outside of your rim you're not stepping outside of bounds to call that other woman. Not at all. Not when this man is your husband. If he doesn't want to tell you the nature of the relationship, or you don't believe what he is telling you, then you should verify that. There's so many women who get taken advantage of, who have been played as a fool because they refuse to do even the most basic research. It's not like you were snooping. You said they was running over on the minutes, running over on the text message. It's not like you were snooping. You found that out. So now that you found that out, what are you going to do with the information? It's time to not be a victim. It's time to go find out what's going on, even if it's ugly. I think that you didn't want to find out what that girl had to say because you don't really want to know. I think, to be honest, deep down in your heart, you don't really want to know, because most women, I think, would have found out, would have called her and not just leave a voice message, would have talked to her. But for some reason, I don't think you want to know. You may not be prepared, emotionally prepared. You may feel like, ignorance is bliss. And you may feel like, if I don't know, if I can block all this out, we can work this out. But that's not the case. You have to know. You have to know if it means saving your marriage or helping you to make a decision about what you're going to do with your marriage, in my opinion. Anyway, if you guys have any advice or anything, suggestions or whatever that you should do, be sure and leave that below. If you guys enjoy my strawberry letters, be sure to share them, favorite them, like them, all that good stuff. Spread them on your Facebook, on your Twitter. I do this for you guys because it's not just the writer of the strawberry letter that I help. It's always other people. You may be in a similar situation, or you may know a girlfriend in a similar situation. I've had people send a strawberry letter to a friend of theirs. Like, girl, this sounds like you. Like you want me to tell your girlfriend for you. So anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. More strawberry letters this week. This is just the first of 5. And hope you guys enjoy them, all right? And thumbs up if you do. I'll see you guys soon. Until next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces. And I'm praying for you as I always do. I'm praying for you that God will give you the strength to handle whatever comes. Whatever that may be.